Greetings and salutations, my birders, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. What is going on with Twitch? Alright, there it goes. Ah, it wasn't loading. Last time, I don't recall. Oh, Mighty became a demigod. That's what happened. Also, is the anniversary patch, not the current anniversary. The anniversary happens 2 weeks from now. It's on 26th, I believe. But it's an anniversary patch, so things have started happening. It includes this golden companion, which lets you exchange for a 5-star character in the star conversion shop. No. And the daily checking up 1 extra golden ticket. Oops. And a special companion blessing from a Silverrun Hunter or Express crew of your choice. Passenger Bear Draco, time sure does fly, huh? It's already about to be a second anniversary from the time the Express got back on the tracks for the Trailblaze. Special days must also have special blessings. I choose you, Silverwolf. The conductor is sure they'll answer. A preemptive happy second anniversary. We'll still keep on trailblazing together. Alright, so in 16 days, you'll get your choice. And there's some... the first time top-ups have also been refreshed. There are some sales going on. The yearly concert's gonna happen. The report's gonna happen in 16 days. And there's the board game, I think, or the owl game. I still haven't claimed this. Now, I am in a spot. Because I have an E7 Yang Qing. So if I get him again, I'll get another silver companion spirit. So I'll be up to 2. And in exchange for another 5-star then. But yeah, the casters is on Radar Banner, along with Fugue, Xiaoke, Xiaoche, Xiaocho, and Acheron. Oops. I got to press that. Oh. It's because it's overwriting it. That's why. So yeah, let's talk about what Castros does. Everyone knows the drama by now, probably. Oh, what? Oh. You see all of them. So yeah, Castro has the global passive that lets her revive your party 1 time.
Emerge from your cocoon.
That's so goddamn cool, though. Use Memo Spray skill to consume the wing's HP to blast all enemies. Now the wing can blast continuously, getting stronger the longer it blasts.
Receive divinity.
Wow, didn't think that turned. When another wing HP is below 25%, it can continue blasting and trigger self-destruct to deal damage to enemies.
May death protect us.
Oh, I forgot. Slow speed. Alright, so casters can, what does he call it? Daze.
Let's wait.
I'm so glad you can do that now.
Be careful.
Oh, she has the same fur thing, like, what you call it? What's her name? Not Jing Guan, what the fuck? Jing Lu.
Repay. Bloom.
Oh, hey, Commodore. What's up? Nuke?
Let's go! Are you the West Wind? Away we go!
Eternal sleep. The dead return! I'll see you off.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to get Tribby out first, then nuke with the dragon. Oh, that sucks.
Life is not so fragile. Darkness with me. Return to dust.
Oh, yeah, that might be it.
May death protect us.
Is that always 3 turns?
Please cherish this time.
I noticed that I get headaches
Chose the wrong enemy.
when, like, the air pressure gets weird. Or, like, when it's about to storm. Which sucks. It's like altitude sickness for me. I don't know what I'm doing. Aw.
Bloom.
We like you. Life is not so fragile. Wilt here.
I feel like I played that wrong. Okie dokie. Let's roll for my Acheron team. I'm at 6 pity. Come on, early 5-star. Nope. Loop. Remembrance, or remnants, of course. Oh, after the Charmy fall. Never had that. Darting Arrow, Hidden Shadow, Defense, Shadow Burn, Adversarial, Pioneering, eh. Hela. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want Casterus, but at the same time, really kind of want to pump up my Acheron team. Also, Cypher's coming up next patch too, so I'm real interested in Cypher. Another Pale. Silver-haired cat girl beauty? Yeah, go for it. Come on. Damn it. Future's Demise. Hey, Gallagher. Another Gallagher. Daybank. Showburn. Amber. Missing Cogs. Missing Cogs. Daybank. Pioneering. 5th roll? Come on. Nope. Dance! Oh man, I should slow rolled it. That's awesome. 6 roll? Damn. No early 5-star. I've lost all my 5-star luck in this game. On the bright side, I have the guarantee on the 5-star, so I'm not gonna get spooked, at least. Oh, thanks. Seventh roll? This should be it, though. Really? We're hitting 80. We're hitting 80. My god. Ain't got no luck. No luck. In shadow. Void. Another Pala. Either prey. Dark arrow. Lings. Wow. Amber. Defense. Showburn. Not Showburn. Interesting. Okay, this is it. Yep, we hit pity. That sucks. Of course. There he is. Sagacity, arrows, amber, Gallagher, mediation, pioneering, void, adversarial. All right, that could have gone better.
100%.
God damn it. All right, let's max him out. It's a shame that
Still not spicy enough. Keep turning up the heat.
it's a shame that leveling up with the controller is actually like a lot more button presses. It's a real pain in the ass.
Still not spicy enough. Keep turning up the
Now, I
heat.
don't know if I want to give him... Okay. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I could swear I had maxed already. Oh, that's so nice. That's such a nice quality of life there.
A familiar sense of security. It burns from the inside out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to go for his light cone. Apparently, Eyes of Prey should be a pretty good replacement.
Huh?
He still needs like 180 hit rate, effect hit rate though, which is not something I
hope
look forward
that
to.
with this, I can help more people live better lives.
Gotta go for the 10s. I should probably level the traces up first before I use up all my lower rank stuff. God, it's so nice. I wonder if control is faster now. Not really. You gotta rock your hand back and forth. Yeah, okay. Mel's still there. But yeah, I am super pumped for Cypher. Really think she's gonna do wonders for
I
my
hope that with this, I can help more people live better lives.
my Mono Quantum setup.
I hope that with this, I can help more people live better lives.
Because the whole, what you call it? Oh, wait, no, I can't talk about that. Anyways, I just want to attack scaling quantum unit. Really want to get the most out of Sparkle. Every bit of damage counts. Alrighty, maxed out. Now the problem is the relics. I don't think I have anything good for him. Yeah, I don't think I have any effect res or effect hit rate. Yeah. Really? Oh, well, I have this at least. This has percent attack and HP, so... Speed? Crit rate. Really? Now you give me crit rate? This game. Really? All in defense? Never works out for me. Yeah, I don't have a regen with speed on it. And effect rate. Gotta make do. Alright, where are we sitting? 126. Not enough. Need 40 more. Even with his light cone, though, I only gain 20. So I would have to bank on this rolling all into effect hit rate. Ayy! Tolerable. Can't believe rolled on defense. Man, the desire sensor is real. Like, what's his, chance again? 6% base chance. Yeah. I think you need like 3 times that much. Which is why you had to hit 180. Ah, that sucks. Oh, man, actually, I'm way off then. Alright, let's continue the story then. Spindle, laboring to weave the tapestry of time. Head to the Garden of Life and discuss what to do next with the Christos heirs. An unexpected encounter with the Flame Reaver led to the premature extraction of Oryx's core flame. The Christos heirs hope that Baron Draco will take on the divine role of time. Trailblazers will always face moments like this, where their fate becomes deeply entwined with that of others. Yet only Baron Draco can decide where his destiny leads. Yes, view the recap. While everyone is awaiting the demigod of strife to emerge from the trial, something unexpected happens. The Trailblaze squad immediately follows Mighty into the trial and rescues Phynon, who is trapped inside. Just as everyone breathes a sigh of relief, a new problem arises. Mighty had to shoulder the burden of strife, but the Kremnoans would never willingly give up the core flame to their old foe, Akuma. In an attempt to gain a better understanding, he decides to first seek advice from his teacher, Kratios, I think? A veteran of Kremnos. The two part on bad terms. Meanwhile, Trian and Castris are dispatched to the Grove of Epiphany as diplomatic envoys of Akuma. When they arrive, they discover to their surprise that the Black Tide has struck, and they fight a mysterious swordmaster. In the end, they manage to rescue Anaxa and the core flame that he carries. While everyone is on their way back, within the city of Akuma, Kratios is arrested for abducting Trinon and trespassing on forbidden grounds. Under Mighty's mediation, Tribi and her sisters agree to reveal their memories in order to facilitate reconciliation between the Kremnoans and Akumans. Unexpectedly, just as Tribi and her sisters are about to meet the Time Titan Ornyx and repair their memories, they encounter the mysterious Swordmaster yet again. Trian sacrifices herself and falls with the Titan to protect her companions. In order to take back the core flame, everyone set up a plan to seal the Swordmaster. The plan suffers multiple setbacks, but Mighty returns as the demigod of strife and helps everyone reclaim the core flame. Not long after, he successfully persuades his people to let go of their prejudice against Akuma. He says goodbye to everyone and returns home to join the front line against the Black Tide. On the other side, everyone holds a simple funeral for Trian, who exhausted her divine powers and turned into a doll. Having accepted Trian's last wish, the group continues on the path of the flame chase journey. Alright, let's go.
Time to log off.
God damn it, again.
Head back.
Where am I going? Tribios' memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. If I take on Orgnes' trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Regardless, I must give Aglaia an answer. Some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Phynon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas. Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We are ready. Mem and me.
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
Thanks to you, I've evolved from a little dog into a sacred beast.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
Is there a plan B?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations.
Wow.
There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
If I do not descend into hell, who will?
Mem worry. Memmy memmy mem, memmy mem mem mem, memmy mem mem mem.
Don't worry. With me by your side, even if things go south, you'll be heading straight to heaven. Wait, what?
hero.
We've come so far, and everyone's counting on you to be the hero. As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Time Titan may be willful at times, but they never caused us any harm. Myth has it that Oryx opposes mortals, but to me, they just seem like a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them, but the moment I saw Baron Draco, Oryx's memories were already in my head.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
Looks like Castor's voice actress has like an accent that messes up the speech to lip sync. Do I even have any say in this?
Please, mem.
Please, trust me on this. At the very least, can you speak with them in person?
Huge.
I get the feeling that if we don't meet Oryx, we'll be missing out on something huge. I trust you to make the right call.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Before leaving, I should go say hi. Go and say hi to Castros.
Mister, may everything go well for you and Mem.
You need a glider for something, too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Can you tell me more about the book?
It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
What a dark story. It mustn't have been easy for Cass to narrate this story so calmly.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden.
If only everyone was like you, Cass.
Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
I don't think there's anything else to do here. Time to go back and talk with Diane Han.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
Hey, it's fine on. Citizens Assembly?
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
More trouble?
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akima better.
Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
So Aglaya doesn't actually call the shots?
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
I have never once passed my sociology class. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Purifold University. Tell me more about the Citizens' Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs, and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the Opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the Opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
Is it ma'am?
Me?
An interesting train of thought, but the Council of Elders has another target in mind.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaya will surely take back Circe's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time...
You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chain's journey and defect toward the Council of Elders?
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akuma. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. Draco and Mem are tied up with the Orange's trial. And while I'm prepared to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. None of those things seem like they're going to be easy to deal with.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Orynyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Ooh. A study of the Citizens' Assembly. Democratic politics has always fascinated citizens of different city-states in Forest. When Akuma was first established, its democracy was limited to a privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Akuman Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Akuma's governance into a democracy for all, where the Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. It's important to note that as the Black Tide draws near and citizens from other city-states join Akuma's political life, the precious rights of Akuma's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with the Akuman Citizens' Assembly system grew ever louder. Democracy democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's development, rather than the cause of development. For democracy to be productive, it must appoint different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Akuma's Citizens' Assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses on the current Akuman's Citizens' Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Citizenship, and citizenship policies of Akuma. Before examining the Akuman's Citizens' Assembly's operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Akuma. The elders have once noted that the Akuma is a collective of free citizens. Due to the substantial power citizens possess, citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Discussions on recognitions of so many constants in a row. Discussions on the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leader of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. As more Amphorian city-states fell over time, and as the Black Tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenship rights in the Holy City, and can have equal participation in public matters. While societal differences naturally exist between rich and poor, locals and travelers, the holy city of Akuma would not allow these social distinctions to become political divisions, and will ensure complete political equality among all citizens. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens Assembly. Barring emergencies, Akuma Citizens Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a governmental entity made of representatives of the city-states, hosts the upcoming Citizens Assembly agenda and venue, usually Dawncloud in the Holy City, at the Wall of Heroes before each meeting. Usually, topics are proposed by Council of Elders members before the assembly and becoming official assembly items. After receiving majority council approval, the council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the council chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders assembly chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally, matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens Assembly without prior council review. Council-reviewed matters yield only two outcomes. Either they're already thoroughly discussed and only need citizen votes, or they require citizens to hold debates to reach final resolutions during the assembly. Results are tallied using Pari shards blessed with Kefali's runes, with voting dahlia placed throughout Akuma during assemblies. After thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elders posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Core functions of the Citizens Assembly. The Assembly wields the important capacities of legislative power and appointment of government officials, declaring war, conceding peace, and the actual control of armies during wartime. Yet, historically and practically, Akuma's Citizens Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites who represent the majority societal interests can effectively manage societal matters. In other words, the current system where the leader of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders jointly manage Akuma was decided by the Akuman Citizens Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation rather than directly managing societal affairs or making political decisions. Appendix. Principal members of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from Amphora's city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from current Council of Elders members. Authorized by the Citizens Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Akuma. The most renowned honorary elder is Lycurgus and Antikytherian, a race that was already nearly extinct before the Crisis War. He had communicated directly with Kefali multiple times during the era Crisis, and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefali, showing himself as a true Theros. Lycurgus' neutrality is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection as the Citizens Assembly chair. Significantly, Elder Canis has shown great effectiveness in Akuma's governance and gathered many followers. Many believe Canis will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the Chrysos heirs hold real authority and transform Akuma's political structure. Rest for one night.
Nervous.
The trial feels like it's just around the corner. I'm starting to feel nervous. I feel like a sitting duck that's been thrown into the deep end. Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any rubber duck toys in the baths of Akuma. It seems like they only have these seals? Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an Aeon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. We've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping in the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest, Sparrow Draco. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Amphorius is about to begin. Alright, let's get some rest and wait for the trial. A few days later, at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only go and experience it for yourself. I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
Mister, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves. Right. Perhaps something like, as long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the Flame Chase journey will be smooth sailing?
I doubt it.
No, that sounds a little strange. Don't worry. It won't take up too much of your time. Don't worry. You'll definitely make it back alive?
So much confidence, Castros.
Oh. Sorry. It seems like I've made the mood even heavier. In any case, may everything go your way.
See, that's fine. We just loved that. We could just had that and ended it.
I can still vividly recall when you entered the Vortex of Genesis for the first time. At that time, I could never have imagined that a guest from beyond the sky would shoulder the fate of Amphorius. Don't feel burdened. Just like during the Trial of Strife, Trinan and Finan will be waiting for you outside. If something unforeseen were to occur, they will intervene in the trial and rescue you. May Kefali bless you.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer. The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time.
But they were alive.
We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
I've long gotten used to fighting fires.
The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysosairs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles. Mem 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 who? Mem 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 mem.
It's also who for me, not that.
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans.
O Majesty of the 12 Titan Pillars of the World. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. I don't think I have golden blood.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
I feel like this is a key point. You people have golden blood.
And
surrender the core flame. Press and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective. Nope. My eyes! My eyes! A right angle.
Oryx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
I love you. I love all of you. Giving pop dog August. That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood. So let's just leave the farewells for next time.
Don't worry. You're tougher than I am, right?
Let's go, Bear Draco. Oh.
Traveler from beyond the sky. Let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although he loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, his determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. He will definitely succeed. While he's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak. I'm listening.
Slap, slap! Wake up! How is it? How do you feel?
Oh my gosh, you can talk. How are you able to talk?
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother! Uh oh.
Have I finally reached the end? Or the years of isolation coming to an end?
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Memories broken.
Words go unspoken?
Mother, where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
You. It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you.
Wait, what? The F you mean, foolish Skyfather?
Mother is calling for you.
Does Skyfather refer to Fooly? Oh, don't pull this shit on me now! The Titan words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seems to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Sky Father has chosen you.
Who is your mother? A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding.
We've come to you because of something important.
Something important. An important matter.
Oryx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Oryx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
What's troubling you, big fella?
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something. Just one thing.
Lacking something. What is it?
What you lack is a future.
That's right. I live in the moment.
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already.
Yeah, that tracks. We do have a Sauron inside us. That's probably preventing something going on.
The gaze from the Sky Father stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
Oh shit, we died when we crashed!
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
Do you mean that I'm already dead?
The space is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time.
Well, Mem's alive. Probably.
If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse. Amphorius will succumb to eternal disorder.
What about the trial?
Time makes a choice. Child of humanity. Titans. Mother. Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Oryx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Pathstrider of remembrance. My strength. I shall entrust it to you. The fate of the world. If you wish to, save it. Go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death. You'll have to challenge that hand of shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
For the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. This is the true trial of time. You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Ornix has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Enforus. However, Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They are still explaining things to the others, and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. So, what's my superpower? Just being a zombie? For you to say that even now, you're truly impressive. There's something that I've never told you. When we landed on Enforus, our car was pierced by Nicodor's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss. This was what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account made light of the situation. My account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then, I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. But when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy. So I never brought this up again. So you're knocked unconscious by a rock. That's beside the point. I'm not sure whether the Gate of Fuli has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past and the miracles of Ornyx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. Sauron, do something! For a while, I also thought that the Stellaron was your life support system, but it seems like this hypothesis has been disproven. Well, it's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Ornyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Enforus that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright?
You still talk! Thank God!
I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Let's do that then, Bear Draco.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you.
Right?
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
I mean, we kinda need their permission to go adventuring for 15 hours. Or 14 hours.
Mister, I'm right here.
You hear soft steps coming closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel you have seen this scene before. You want to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brushing past your face. Then, a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins. Thump, thump. Your heartbeat begins to slow. Spin around immediately and give Castorus a scare. In the blink of an eye, time seems to have frozen beneath the cold sensation, and you just happen to close your eyes.
Please pardon me.
A subtle fragrance of an unnamed flower fills your senses. Its sweetness making you forget the need to breathe. You realize you are still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch disperses as quickly as it came, and replacing it is the touch of fingertips, and a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Her quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tilt.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Castorus, you're shaking.
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier.
Well, it's good you solved that caffeine withdrawal.
Mister, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, mister, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time.
Agree. There's no harm in trying again.
I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Time for a hug. Castorus once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm somewhat this time. Did you discover something?
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. Ah. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, mister. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on.
Well, we only have, what, 14 hours left?
Amphorius needs you.
Live on bravely. I understand.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well. Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
Alright, what's going on with you guys?
They're here.
We sure are.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
It feels quite cool being a departed spirit.
Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
So handsome.
You've completed the trial of time, and I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
Why?
I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Is this supposed to be comforting?
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Switching to a Nexus POV. Not long ago.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Anthorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not Netherrealm.
Dumbass.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion.
Uh-oh.
Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the Void World. A voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity. Is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency?
Isn't that Mighty's mom?
Oh, you have awoken.
Oh.
Welcome back to the
Never mind.
mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15 days and
15
nights.
days.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Okay. Let's switch over to Remembrance.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Wait, where am I going? He's so flowy. Ascend! And goodbye! Huh. This guy has enough recoil to move him. That's faster than Speeding Bull, I guess. I am way too entertained by this.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Zagreus.
Ah, no worries. I'll be right with you. That's amazing.
It's been a while, Lord Zagreus. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
That's what they are.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls. Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar, if necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting. Follow me, please.
I don't think he's as neutral people think he is.
Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible. Please, Professor.
Oh. Can't say I expected that.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawncloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Ines and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the Grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Ooh, just...
Go melt it down.
So, where am I going?
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
The Wizened Priest.
Anaxagoras. I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kefali's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, It is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Yeah, if you can't see Cersei's, I don't think he's a very good priest.
Go melt it down.
Professor Anaxa! Over here!
Free stuff.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the Fates.
You could say it's the Fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Cersei's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Alright, where's to next?
My, could it be that the great tree painted in this mural is actually depicting me?
Maybe?
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Cersei's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawnfloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old, 2 years old. Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
I'll just tell you,
How
goddammit.
Unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
I see.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the Thesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa, you... I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Yeah, but he succeeded.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
Oh, never mind.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip. I'm merely sacrificing one eye. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
Ah, that's not too bad.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret.
Yeah.
After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa.
Hmm?
I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival, so please depart forthwith.
It's finally time.
Carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Okay.
Isn't that the Dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromas as well? You must really like those creatures.
Lock on target.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are only right and wrong perspectives, neither of which can coexist with the other.
What radical thinking. I guess this is why the children of humanity always squabble with each other.
What the hell is that giant cube?
Boring.
You seem to be avoiding that Goldweaver person. Why don't you address her face to face?
I have nothing to talk about with her. Since you're in my brain, you can look for the reason yourself.
Oh, the leader of the Flame Chase journey, and a demigod of Nestia.
You're really searching through my brain. What are you treating it as? Some sort of toy?
Regardless, you think quite highly of her, no?
That's because I'm a teacher who grades everyone fairly.
Watch this magic trick.
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Alright. Yeah, if I ran, I would have cut off that long ago. Damn, look at all that cake.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters, just like how there are two types of people in this world: geniuses and dimwits.
Are we good there? I want to finish this section first.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the final turning point in Akama's history. May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Era Chrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess.
which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible. Naturally, this includes the guards as well. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom. Your topic. Let's discuss our common enemy, Aglaya.
That was weird. Disconnect for a second there.
She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
She just needs vassals who will do her bidding without question.
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly walk on the path that she extols. Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Well, the grove's gone, so this first option doesn't make sense. I will be the one to share Aglaya's self-righteousness.
Aglaya's authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance have granted her unfettered control for the most part. Yet these traits are also her greatest weakness. If I can render her helpless by forcing her to experience the agonizing pain of betrayal, I am certain she will never recover from such a setback.
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough to push her to her wit's end.
What's more, there are many who remain silent, merely watching to see how much chaos I can unleash. Not to mention, you know full well that the Chrysos heirs have never been a united front.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, It's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
Absurd. My loyalty is unquestionable.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see, then.
Ah, I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after, hmm?
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
Ready. Alright. Oh. How do I switch back? Okay, I'm going to call it a day there. Because seems like that section's gonna take a little bit longer for the whole citizen assembly there, so we'll continue on that next time. Until then, thank you everyone who joined me today, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. I'm sleepy.